So let us continue tax classes. So we have seen 54, 54b, we have seen exemptions. Now we'll see 54d. What is 54b? He's saying capital gain on compulsory acquisition of land and building forming part of industrial undertaking. It means what? Let us take an example. Mr. X, he is having a company. He is having an industry. That industry land the government has taken from him. Okay, why? Because due to many reasons. Okay, and due to road widening, we can say, right? Road widening or construction of flyovers or anything. So what is happening here? The assessee who is running industry, his land is taken over by government. Okay, compulsory the government has taken the land and building. Okay, so what he has to do if his land and building is taken by government, okay, so then what he has to do? The government will give him some compensation. The government will give him some money that will be called as compensation, and that compensation money after expenses, after cost of acquisition, then he has to reinvest that money again in industrial land and building only. Okay, because he has to continue his business, right? To continue his business he should need land and building only. Okay, so what is happening? The government is taking from him land and building. Okay, and the government will give him some money that is called as compensation, and with that compensation again he has to purchase land and building, or he has to construct building. Okay, so this is the concept of 54d. 54d is what? Capital gain on compulsory acquisition of land and building forming part of industrial undertaking. Okay, so let us do some problems on this. It's very easy. All the exemptions are very easy. Next, see example number 7. What he says, again exemption will be the same. What is the exemption? List of the following two: cost of new land and building plus amount deposited to capital gain scheme and capital gain amount. So list of the two will be considered as what? Exemption. Exemption, yes. Next, see this question. Mr. X owns a building which is used for producing electrical goods. So he is having a building which, what he is doing? He is doing a business in that building. What he is doing? Electrical goods he is making. He purchased the building for 2 lakhs in 1982 and 83. Again he purchased this land and building before 2001 for 2 lakhs. During the previous current year relevant to the current assessment year, though an order, the government has acquired the building and paid rupees 8 lakhs as compensation. So government paid him 28 lakhs as compensation. Okay, immediately he acquired a piece of land for industrial purpose for rupees 3 lakhs and spent 2 lakhs on construction and deposited 1 lakh in public sector bank under capital gain scheme. So what he has done? He has first purchased the land, then again he constructed, again some amount he put in the bank as deposit. Okay, so 3 lakh plus 2 lakh plus 1 lakh, total 6 lakhs is what he has used for this purpose. Next, calculate compute capital gain if cost inflation index is to 289. This we know, right? It's very simple. We have to find out capital gain, taxable capital gain. We have to find out expenses is not there. Okay, so here we are having the, when did he purchase? He purchased in the year 1982 and 1983. It is for 2 lakhs. Okay, he purchased before 2000 and 2001, and compensation is given 28 lakhs, and the amount which is spent for construction and purchased land and deposited is given. So it's very easy, we can easily find out. Okay, so let me draw format. After format we'll continue. So we'll write heading computation of Mr. X. Computation of Mr. X income from capital gain for the AY 2020-21. Okay, so we'll write particulars and amount. So we'll write first here sale consideration or we can say compensation received, both mean same. You can write sale consideration or you can write compensation received. Then there is no like expenses, even though you have to write selling expenses or transfer expenses. Okay, after that you get net consideration. Then next what? Less index cost of acquisition. Okay, then I'm leaving some space and I'm writing long term capital gain. Done. Next we have to do less. What less we have to do? Exemption under section 54D. Okay, this we'll do later. So how much compensation is received? He received compensation 28 lakh rupees. So we'll write 28 lakh rupees. Okay, selling expenses nil. Again net consideration will be 28 lakh rupees. Cost of acquisition indexation we have to do. Then he purchased for 2 lakhs and he sold in the year 289. This will be always numerator will be 289 because this is also always previous year, and this is numerator will be always 29, we know, and denominator is 100. Why? Because he purchased before 2000 and 2001. Okay, so like this we have to do. Then 2 lakhs into 289 divided by 100 in 5,78,000. Okay, so from 28 lakhs if we deduct 5.78 we get 22 lakhs 22,000. Then we have to do exemption under section 54D. So exemption 1, cost of new land and building plus amount deposited in capital gain scheme. Roman number 2 is what? Capital gain. So we are having capital gains 22 lakhs 22,000, and he purchased the land for 3 lakhs, he constructed for 2 lakhs, and 1 lakh he deposited into the bank. Total is how much? 6 lakhs. 6 lakhs he deposited. 3 lakhs purchased the land, 2 lakhs what he has done, he constructed the house, and 1 lakh he has deposited into the capital gain scheme. So 6 lakhs total. So least of the two, 6 lakhs or 22 lakhs 22,000. 6 lakhs is least, so exemption will be given as 6 lakhs. So 22 lakhs 22,000 minus 6 lakh, we are getting 16 lakhs 62,000 is the amount on which he has to pay tax. Taxable capital gain. Done. Easy. It's very easy. Same, see here, sale compensation reserved or sale consideration. Then we have done indexation, same. Only exemption we have to do, it is also same. Okay, let us continue and we'll do 2 more problems on this. One I'll solve, one you have to solve. Okay, question number, page number 344, question number 6. Chali, what he's saying we'll see. In the following particulars you are required to calculate taxable capital gain of the assessee who owned a land and building which was used for industrial purpose. Okay, so there is an assessee who is having a land and building and is using for industrial purpose. The assets were purchased in 1983 for 2 lakhs. So he purchased the asset before 2000 and 2001. So indexation will be 100. During the relevant previous year, the state government has compulsorily acquired these assets and paid a compensation of 30 lakhs. So what happened? State government has taken the land and building which he is using for industrial purpose, and to him the government has given 30 lakhs as a compensation. The assessee has brought another local building for 5 lakhs and also deposited 8 lakhs in capital gain account scheme. So 5 lakh plus 13 lakh, 8 lakhs, 13 lakhs he used, and he also purchased shares for 20,000. So ignore these shares. We should not consider the purchase of shares because that is not under section 54D. Okay, 54D what is saying? The land and building should be taken by government, and he has to repurchase again land and building for industrial purpose. Apart from any other purchase he does, that will not be considered under section 54D. Okay, so it's very easy, we can solve the problem. So let us solve. I have prepared a format, page number 344, question number 6 I have written. Heading I have not written, please write heading. Okay, so let me write first the entire format. First we'll write compensation received, net we deduct transfer expenses, or you can write selling expenses. Transfer other name is selling. Net we get, next we get net consideration. Next deduct index cost of acquisition. Okay, next some line I'm leaving space, long term capital gain, then exemption. exemption under section 54D. Okay, so let me write what is that will be the cost of new asset, new land and building plus amount deposited into C capital gain account scheme, CGAS, capital gain account scheme. Okay, next 2 is what? Capital gain that we get from solution. Okay, actually let us solve. So how much he is receiving from government? He is receiving from government 30 lakhs. Let us write compensation 30 lakhs, transfer expenses nil, net consideration 30 lakhs. Okay, cost of acquisition, he purchased the house property, this industrial land for 2 lakhs. 2 lakhs into 289 divided by 100, because the land is purchased before 1982 and 1980, before 2000 and 2001. So 2 lakhs, indexation we have to do. 2 lakhs into 289 divided by 100 means we get 5,78,000. 5,78,000. Okay, if we deduct 30 lakhs minus 5,78,000, we get 2,78,000. Sorry, 30 lakhs minus 5,78,000, 27 lakhs minus 5,78,000, 24 lakhs 22,000 we are getting capital gain. Okay, 24 lakhs 22,000 we are getting. So let me write 24 lakhs 22,000 for exemption. And what he is doing, 5 lakhs he is purchasing land and building, and 8 lakhs he is depositing to bank. So total is 13 lakhs. So least of the two, 13 lakhs and 24, 22. So 13 lakhs is least. Again deduct from 24 lakhs 22,000 minus 13 lakhs, you get 11 lakhs 22,000, that is capital taxable capital gain. 11 lakh 22,000 taxable capital gain. Done. Easy, very easy. Same sale compensation received we have done, and net transfer expenses nil, net consideration is 30 lakhs, index cost of acquisition, this is always numerator 289, denominator we have to see in the year of purchase. In the year of purchase, this is before 2000 2001, so indexation will be 100. So when we do indexation of 2 lakhs into 289 divided by 100, we get 5,78,000. So from 30 lakhs deduct 5,78,000, you get 24 lakh 22,000. And exemption we have to see, exemption under section 54, cost of new land and building plus amount deposited into capital gain account scheme, CGAS. 5 lakh plus 3 lakh is 13 lakhs, and capital gain is 24 lakhs 22,000. So least is what? 13 lakhs. That will be given as exemption. So 13 lakhs we have written. So 24 lakh 22,000 minus 13 lakhs, we get 11 lakhs 42,000. That will be taxable capital gain. Okay. So I want you to solve this problem. 12th one I want you to solve. Let us see 12th problem. Mr. Ramesh purchased land and building for the purpose of carrying his profession as a doctor. Okay, no issues. He is using for his business purpose. For 1 lakh. He purchased in the year 1992. Again, this is before 2000-2001. The lands were compulsorily acquired by the government of AP on 31st December 2019 in consequence of winding roads. Okay, and paid a compensation of 8,60,000. We don't want all this from here to here information. We want only 8,60,000 as compensation received. From the transfer consideration, 2,60,000 were reinvested in similar assets. So he purchased again one more land and building for 2,60,000. Reinvested means what? From the transfer expenses, 2,60,000 were reinvested means what? That is section 54D. Okay, and compute capital gain for the year 2020-2021, and see CII for the year 1992-1993 will be given 100 because this is before 2000 and 2001. 1920 we know 289. So I want you to solve this problem. Which one? 12th one. Okay, so tomorrow we'll see next section. Only two more sections are left over. Section 54 EC and section 54 F. If we do these two sections, then our this capital gain will be completed. Then we can do other chapter. Surely. So do practice. Taxation is not easy. You people will think it is easy. It's not easy. Okay. The problems he'll give an exam easy, but you have to practice. Surely. So I want you to solve this problem. Page number 345, question number 12. Thank you.